My name is Amy Nees, and I did a research project looking at carpal tunnel syndrome in dairy workers. First off, I'll explain what carpal tunnel syndrome is. It's really a syndrome where the median nerve is being compressed due to swelling of the tendons in the carpal tunnel. And as we see in this diagram here, the carpal tunnel is this area of the wrist, and this is the median nerve, whereas this is the ulnar nerve. The median nerve is in that carpal tunnel, and the ulnar nerve is not. So we know that you have carpal tunnel syndrome when we see effects from the median nerve being compressed and not the ulnar nerve being compressed. And from this diagram down here, we see that if the median nerve is being compressed, we're going to see effects in those first three fingers, and then that side of that ring finger, whereas there will not be any effects in the pinky finger or the other side of the ring finger because the ulnar nerve is not in the carpal tunnel. From that compression, we see a lot of numbness, tingling, or just overall pain in the hands due to a lot of repetitive tasks that the worker may be performing. So the question might arise, why look at dairy workers to analyze carpal tunnel syndrome? And it's really because dairy workers have a lot of strenuous tasks that they're involved in that are very repetitive and require a lot of strength. So we really wanted to look at the difference between a parlor worker and a non-parlor worker, because parlor workers are doing a lot of strenuous tasks that are very repetitive, whereas non-parlor workers are simply feeding the cows or cleaning up around the dairy, but not doing a lot of strenuous tasks that work their arms. So in this entire study, I was able to learn how to do a nerve conduction study test, which is a diagnostic test that can determine if you have carpal tunnel syndrome. And we do this by applying electrodes on the wrist and on a point in the hand, and then running a nerve, or running a impulse through that area, and the nerve will conduct. And we can get a graph from this by connecting it up to a computer and see how long it takes for that nerve impulse to travel from the wrist to the hand. And if that impulse is too slow, then we know that there is a chance that they have carpal tunnel syndrome. And then in the dairy, we also just gave the workers a survey of what age they were, the gender, what their dominant hands were, how long they had been working in the parlor, so that we could analyze that. And then with that, we were able to see the symptoms of carpal tunnel through the survey, then the mononeuropathy prevalence from the nerve conduction study, and then overall see what truly was determined to be carpal tunnel syndrome. And throughout this entire research project, I was able to take the data that we had gathered in the field in the dairies and analyze that, code the data, and then analyze it. And we did find that there was a significant amount of workers who were experiencing carpal tunnel syndrome